Good day, everyone. Welcome to Fuse Logic TV, MSI TV. I am Meghan McCurdy.
And I am Troy Brown. How are you guys?
We are extremely excited to be here today and to be having our viewers, part of our inaugural show for MSI TV. Now, before we go any further, MSI stands for Multiple Source of Income. So we thought, since today is our inaugural show, we thought a really good way to open it up would be to have a special guest joining us today who's an expert in this area. We have, as our guest today, our friend, our mentor, and our business partner, Linda Proctor. And if you guys are familiar with the movie The Secret, you'll know Bob Proctor. Well, Linda is the wife of Bob Proctor and, is a very successful woman and in many areas, and we've had the honor to get to know her and be under her mentorship over the last 2 years.
Yeah, we're so grateful for Linda.
So let's get into this interview. And Linda, welcome. Thank you very much, all the way from Hawaii.
Sunny Hawaii. Wow.
Yes, it's great to be here. It's great to be part of your inaugural show. Congratulations, guys! You deserve every accolade you get. You're just an inspiration to a lot of people yourselves.
Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you so much.
So we'll start with our first question. A little bit of a background for our viewers on you, Linda, and where you were and where you are today.
Well, I often say I had an Ozzie and Harriet type background. Those viewers who are really young won't know what that means, but it's sort of the idyllic family unit, and grew up a long time ago. So the idea that you grew up with at that time was that you go to school, you get a good job, you work for a good blue chip company, and retire. And as we all know, that didn't last very long. In fact, some of those big blue chip companies aren't even around anymore. But it didn't last for me either. A couple of years into right out of university, I got married. A couple of years into that marriage, my husband passed away, and I found myself needing more income. And I think that's an important point for your viewers, because there's a lot of people find themselves in that situation today for different reasons. Maybe it's because it's a different economy. Maybe it's because they've had something happen in their family unit, a death, a divorce, something like that. And I was desperate to recapture control of my life. And I think there's a lot of people, again, who can relate to that situation. I realized that I had two options, that I could either step back and reduce my standard of living dramatically, or I could take control and do whatever I needed to do to improve my income. And I really wasn't sure how to do that. But I took the only step that I could think of at the time, which was to go into sales. And that mainly occurred to me because my husband had been in sales and did very well. But it wasn't an easy path for me. What I found when I took sales aptitude tests, I was told I had no sales aptitude, that I would never make it in sales. But I persisted because I really felt that was the only way that I was going to have some control of my financial future. And I know there's probably a lot of your listeners who can relate to that information, as well, that they're in that situation for different reasons. 4 years into that sales career, I was still struggling, and it was at that point that I actually met my husband, Bob Proctor, in a seminar. And I think the important thing that I want to leave your viewers with on this is that Bob asked a couple of us, or asked the room, in fact, if we could see ourselves earning $100,000 a year. If you're struggling during 25, that seemed like a pipe dream. But then he said, forget about earning the money. Can you see yourself doing two things every day? Now, he asked us, we were in selling insurance. He said, will you commit to being in front of someone every morning at 9 o'clock, and will you ask everyone to purchase $100,000 worth of life insurance? I mention that because I believe that in most careers, in most jobs, in most in most work, there's a couple of things that if you focus on, they're results-producing activities. They're activities that cause you to be more effective. They're not busy work. It's results producing work. If you focus on those two activities, your results will change dramatically. And that's exactly what happened. My income went from $25,000 a year to just under $500,000 a little over a year later, just from doing those two things. And so what I learned is that, what we need to be successful are probably some simple little tweaks to what we're already doing, because that's really what it was with me. But it wasn't easy, and the difficult part was that I wasn't in the habit of doing it. And that's really, I think, the way for most people, that the path that they need to take to reach what they want to reach is probably a simple one. The difficulty lies in the fact that they're not in the habit of doing those things. So, I hope that, that perspective of my background, not just my background, but my take on it, will give, some provoke some thoughts for your readers in terms of some changes that they can make.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic,
Thank
Linda.
you so much, Linda. We're talking about MSI's multiple sources of income. Can you talk to the viewers about the free money earning strategies, Linda?
Well, I actually got this from my husband. Now, later after meeting Bob and distinguishing myself in sales, I went into my own financial services business, and I was actually doing some of this and not really understanding it. And it wasn't until Bob explained it. There's three ways of earning money. Money one, money two, money three. We'll keep it real simple and real basic. Money one is what I was taught to do coming out of school. It's what university still prepares us to do. And unfortunately, times have changed, and that preparation is no longer effective for people coming out of school. What we have are individuals, young people coming out of school today with an average debt of around $29,000, and only about 55% of them can find work in their chosen careers. That's not good numbers, because school is still preparing us the way that I was prepared. Money one is where you trade time for money. Essentially, your employer is buying your time at wholesale and selling it at retail. This is the problem here is when you run out of time, you run out of the ability to earn money. Even doctors and lawyers and professionals who are earning larger amounts of money are still trading time for money. It's an ineffective way, and there is a saturation or a limitation to what you can earn this way. Money two is what I focused on in my financial services business, helping people restructure in a lot of cases what their financial situation, so that they could have more money for investing or lifestyle in some cases, but primarily for investing. This is where you invest money to earn money. The reality, though, is only about 3% of the population are able to do this, because only about 3% of the population have the income. And because school doesn't really teach us how to earn money or really how to invest money, most people make a lot of poor decisions in this area, and so never end up with the amount of money that they could or should. Mm-hmm. Money three is really what Bob focuses on in most of his seminars. It's as an example, he certainly has a lot of M3 income. This is where you leverage yourself. If I look at Bob, he has leveraged himself through when he sells his tape programs or his CDs or DVDs. Any of those sorts of programs, it's income that is coming into him from literally all over the world. He did the work once to produce the program, and then it's sold, and he continues to earn money from it. What he has often said is that he can earn more money sleeping than when he's actually awake, and that's what we should all aspire to. And I think especially true today. If you look at again, going back to young people coming out of school, we're told that they're not going to have just one career with many jobs. They're going to have as many as 8 different careers because of the what's happening in the workplace, because of the advances in technology, and because of that, it's critical that people really understand how to earn money, how to leverage themselves, and how to have more than one income stream. And that's really what your program is about, multiple sources of income. That's what I'm involved in, and certainly what my husband teaches.
We may have lost Linda.
Because they have the ability to recoup that in other areas.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Fantastic, Linda. I know that, working with you over the past 2 years, I have really learned the importance of MSIs and just how powerful they are. I was wondering, we're getting to the end of our show here, and wanted to maybe touch on, so that our viewers and listeners could sort of, have a little idea of, we've been working together on a particular MSI for over the past over 2 years now, and it's
just
been
over 2 years. Yeah,
it's been an absolute wonderful journey. And I just was hoping you could briefly explain why it's such a powerful vehicle and a solution for so many people.
Well, it was actually my husband who suggested me to network marketing, and that's the multiple source of income that you're speaking with. I really believe that network marketing is an industry whose time has come, and I believe that we're seeing all sorts of people embrace it as never before, and not just in North America, but literally globally. People are realizing that it's a vehicle that they can get into for very little money with very little risk, and create that multiple source of income, and with the right company, with the right opportunity, create a residual income. It's something that I've been doing now for the past 17 years, have earned millions in it, and in the industry, and have helped a lot of people earn a lot of money. Initially, my perception of the industry wasn't that good, because the only thing I knew about it was people who were running around selling product, who weren't very successful and not earning a lot of money. And Bob indicated, he said, you're basing your opinion of a whole industry on a handful of people who have never been successful. He said, if you're gonna be, he said, why don't you look at it and talk to someone who is successful, which is exactly what I did. And when I saw what I did see, I realized that it was something that I could wholeheartedly get behind. That it was really that M3 strategy in spades, the ability to create your own income, to create a residual income, to do it with very little investment, with very little risk. In fact, in some cases, virtually no risk, and literally have a global business. I can't think of a better multiple source of income than network marketing, and real proud to be working with you in a company called Vima. And I think that the important thing, that if your viewers are now saying network marketing, yes, what are some of the important things? I think after you look at, is the company sound? Is there a good product? And those sorts of things. The next most important thing is the team that you're working with, do they really know how to make money? Do they know how to help you make money and know how to support you? And I think that's what we have in spades, and always looking for people who, like us, are ambitious, who want to take control of their situation, and who want to work with interesting, dynamic people. So if you have any of your viewers who are in that mindset, then we would love to speak with them.
Absolutely, and
that sounds perfect.
I think we can definitely vouch for that. I mean, we had no experience in this industry, and you've taught us so much, and we're so grateful for that.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Linda. We're honored to have you on our inaugural show today.
The very first one. More to follow.
And we're excited for the shows that will be coming. But, the viewers today, if you like what you heard and you want to, talk more with myself and Troy and Linda, let's go to the website wealthsolutionsforyou.com and enter the code MSI TV, and one of us will give you a call, and we'll go from there.
So we'd love to change your life.
It will change your life. It's changed ours.
For the better, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much, Linda. We appreciate you, and have great fun and enjoy the sun in Hawaii. Wish we were there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Linda.
And thank you to our viewers.
Thank you, viewers. Have a great day. Stay warm if you're in Alberta.